Okay.
I have 5, 6, or 6.
So, returning again.
Get the camera back on.
Yeah.
It's on.
So, you have the chopped air van. And I take it you fly over to the Umbra Club. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you head over to the Umbra Club. Again, that is in the greatest part of town. Once again, you'll find yourselves in the slums. Down below the smog line, it's dark down here. People making their way about their business. I should say beings making their way about their business. Mostly have their heads down and kind of keep to themselves. And when you get to the Umbra Club, you can see it's these huge signs out front with people dancing and whatnot. Gives you the impression it's a rather high-end dance club. Although the signs are clearly quite old, and you know, like how an LED TV looks like when some of the LEDs have long burned out, the same kind of thing, you know, parts of the images are just missing. There's gaps in it, and you can hear the thump of the bass on the inside.
Go inside.
You head in? Okay.
I've been here plenty of times.
Alright. You head into the Umbra Club?
He knows about Oh, stop, you're flattering me.
Just ask the bouncers if
That's me. I ain't bouncers around here. Oh, we are. I come here because I don't get hassled because of riffraff, because I am the riffraff.
Will you take lead on this since it's your turf?
perhaps we shouldn't be posing as people attempting to acquire spices,
Okay.
or in your case, actually attempting to acquire spices. And in this case, actually people. I do not appreciate your situation.
Put CH in a suit, he'll look good.
Alright, as soon as you enter the cantina, you notice the smell. It's the combined odor of stale liquor, burning death sticks, and other rank substances. Who knows what? The odor just wafts over you as you
Coruscant.
make your way in. There is a series of private booths lining the wall on one side, reminiscent of
That's not mine.
Snugs in an Irish pub. So they have the really high walls and generally can accommodate as many as 8 individuals, as long as you don't mind, you know, being very close to your neighbor. Each of them have curtains drawn across. Not all of them are in use, but several of them seem to have curtains drawn across. There's a variety of patrons here. Over on the dance floor, there's a Wookiee dancing with a couple of Twi'leks, and they're consuming something that they're passing around amongst them. And the Twi'leks seem to be particularly fascinated with the Wookiee's fur. They're running their hands over the fur, and their Leku are drifting about, and the Wookiees just all like chill and kind of grooving to the music. And you notice all of their eyes are a bit wide, and they don't really seem to be paying much attention to anybody else in the club right now. It's still early in the evening, so it's not super busy, but there are a few people over at the bar and some people sitting on the tattered couches. There's a huge dance floor at the far end with a bar just off to one side, and a lot of the remaining space has couches and chairs and tables, and everything looks a little bit worn and like it's been repaired more than once, and some broken furniture has just been shoved over in the corner. And There's a fellow at the bar. I forget the name of the species, but he looks kind of like a devil. He's got horns.
Yeah.
And his skin is red. And he has fangs.
Darth Maul?
No, it's a different
No.
species than Darth Maul. You see them in the cantina in the fourth movie.
They actually have like
They have like
horns.
devil horns. They look like our imagination of Satan, but without a tail. At least I didn't see a tail anyway.
So I go to the bar.
You make your way up to the bar. He grins at you, revealing his fangs. Not worry.
My friend, how are you?
That's good, and you?
I've been better, but now I'm back.
He bares his fangs in greeting.
Um,
A lot of people are put back, but you've gotten used to it. You're not as put off as some folks.
they're not regulars.
Having some synthale.
Oh yes, so serve some synthel. What are you guys getting?
3 credits that way.
What he's
Got it, fella.
Ah. Yeah.
He grins at you widely, revealing his fangs. It looks very threatening. Although you don't think that's his intention.
Right.
Maybe?
Cats and snakes.
What?
No. That's out of character.
Hey, I'm looking for somebody. I got business with.
You're gonna yell. Actually, the music's louder than I'm really playing it. So the
Yeah.
music's booming. You have to lean in to
Yeah.
talk. Yeah!
Yeah.
Who are you looking for, Matt Way?
Kato.
Who?
Kato, bounty hunter.
Kato.
Kato, yeah.
I ain't seen him in a while. I
No,
wouldn't mess with him, no.
not messing with them. Just need to have some talk. I just need to do a little talking with them. He did a job, and we haven't heard anything back about it.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
You
He
know,
does business with Spain, but then you know that when you're playing a game with me.
no. I was seeing if he was here. I don't see him, but then he's about not in one of the booths.
Yeah, well, I suppose he could be in one of those booths over there.
Where's Spang?
He points with his long hand, with his long, nasty black fingernails at one of the closed booths. And as you sweep the bar, you do notice there are a couple of tough-looking Clatoonians kind of lingering at a back table, just at the far end of the rows of booths. The Clatoonians are kind of elephantine-looking,
Yeah.
tough.
I tossed him 5 credits. Thanks, my friend. I'm gonna go talk with Spang for a bit.
Sure, good luck.
Well, I'm gonna get out my scanner and I'm going to see if I can, how many life forms I pick up behind his.
I'm not waiting. I'm still going.
The scanner, isn't that for detecting frequencies? And
No,
communication
life form
transmission?
tracking, motion sensing, metal detection, the
Oh.
ability to intercept.
Let's see. In one of the booths with the closed curtain, there are 5 life forms, and behind the other one with the closed curtains, there are 2. And there's 2 life forms behind the one that he pointed at.
Can I actually set it specifically to pick up whatever whatever life form? What is he?
So our
Yeah, what species is Kato?
The mass is insufficient for him to be any of those life
Okay.
forms. They're all
Okay.
human-sized-ish.
Okay.
Are our comlinks like embedded in us?
No, it's the standard comlink. that
Oh,
you-
okay, yeah.
Well, sorry, your comlink is embedded.
The rest of
You
us are
guys have
The standard
handheld
comlinks.
But if you want yours to be like internal, that makes sense.
Well, I use my comlink and tell him scan for weapons in Spang's booth.
Make my way over
I think
there.
it does that.
Yeah, it doesn't have
It doesn't really
metals.
do that.
Metals.
Yeah,
It does have metals.
Well, there's definitely some metal in there, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I mean, who's gonna come in here without blinds,
As
right?
you're chatting and he's making his way across the
Yeah.
bar, the curtain parts, and you see a thin woman with dark hair. She's a bit emaciated looking, and she's got like a synth leather vest that's seen better days on, over a somewhat dirty looking white shirt with a pair of trousers tucked into some boots, and she's sliding she's left a stack of credits on the table, and she's sliding a little black bag out and sticking it inside her vest as she leaves. And as you come over, she looks at you kind of wide-eyed, and then she slips away into the bathroom.
Hey, no problem. I sit down. Spang!
That way. So he's a very well-dressed guy. He's wearing, a nice leather vest. You're not sure what it's made of. Maybe bantha.
I see business is good.
He's got some, nice trousers that are tucked into his boots, and there's just a little bit of a bulge under this side of the jacket.
I'd be
is
insulted
under the
if he
vest.
wasn't armed.
Well, what can I do for you, Matt? Coming to buy a little something, are you? I've
No,
got some pretty good euphoria.
unfortunately, I'm working
See that
right
lookie
now.
over there? Him and his friends, they seem to be enjoying it. You want
Well,
some?
They're always enjoying it. I mean, they're regulars.
Yeah, well, it's particularly good. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a pack for 25 credits.
I'm working right now.
Oh, so it's business.
It's business right
Always
now.
business with you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Business is business.
Did you not cater the last? Did I not have you come in and provide the entertainment for the last party?
Well, I guess I supplied some of your recreational materials.
Listen, looking for a bounty hunter.
What?
Looking for a bounty hunter, Kato.
Who?
Kato.
Well, I gotta go. No, it's been good seeing you.
I push him right back into his chair.
Oh, you followed him in?
Oh, I thought we were all going in there.
You all went in the booth?
No, I didn't know.
Okay, my bad. Never
Come
mind.
on, come
Who went in
on.
the booth? Okay, just checking.
Hey, come on, sit down.
I should tell you though that the two Clatonians are keeping a really close eye on y'all, especially the booth entrance.
Okay.
Come
They
on,
look like
sit
they
down.
could be ready to
Follow
knock the
him.
table over and get ready for action at any moment, but they're not actually doing it.
Sit. You don't have to. Nothing. I'm not gonna get you in trouble with it.
Head, shoulders, right? I like to keep them attached.
They're gonna stay attached. Have I ever steered you wrong before? Besides that one time.
Steered. Have you ever steered me wrong before? You know how close I came to getting arrested by those damn Imperials last time?
That was not my fault.
Oh, yes, and you didn't set off the alarm either.
I didn't.
Sure you didn't. Everyone says that.
Well, that is true. Listen, just need to find where he is. I just got business with him. That's all. I'm not crazy. Listen,
He pulls out a tobacco stick and lights it.
I'm not crazy. If I was gonna go pick a fight with him, I'd be killing myself. I just need
What
to
do you
talk.
want from me?
Come
And
on.
don't lie. It doesn't become you. You
Listen,
didn't come
he's
with that CH1 because you wanted to do a little business, he says, peeking out. You're not actually sure how he would have known that droid was there, except maybe, I don't know. It's kind of weird because he didn't look out the curtain.
Comlink, he's got disguise out there.
No, he stole Death's he stole a crate of Death, spice.
Yeah,
He's
what's
betrayed-
that to
He
me?
betrayed the Pikes.
So,
I just want him.
what's in it for me?
Oh, brought in, I'm sure some money's put in it for you.
How much are we talking?
I'm sure 500 credits.
500 credits. 500 credits? Kayato Liachos? You know he made his bones killing at least one Jedi during the reconsolidation of the Empire. You know that, right? Head, shoulders,
Listen,
together.
it's not going to. your head and shoulders are gonna be together. He ain't gonna know you gave him up.
Yeah?
What?
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows who's out there?
Listen, if you're that worried about it, don't you think that you're gonna be in trouble anyways because you're talking with me?
I talk to you a lot that way.
And you're worried about head and shoulders, and if we do run into him, and it gets back that you were seen with me when I'm looking for him, it could, some bad news, it could be bad news for you.
Look,
If you
okay? He does come in. I know who he is. He comes around once in a while to move some merchandise he's acquired. He knows I've got a taste for the finer things. So, yeah, he brings me some valuable stuff once in a while, and I buy it, sure.
You wait, get in touch with him, or is it just him showing up?
500 credits? I don't think so.
1,000.
1,000 credits, huh? 1,000, you got it on you?
Maybe we get it with the job when we have him.
What?
Get it when we have him.
15% of whatever your take is, with whatever scam you're running, or 1,000, whichever's higher.
All right.
Yeah?
Deal.
Old-fashioned shake there,
Yeah.
just like on Halloween.
Give him a shake.
I better be keeping my head here that way.
You'll keep your head for a long time.
Well, I just sure hope your new crew can handle it this time.
Listen, it's a new crew.
It's not a new crew. Keep your lies for somebody else.
I picked up.
My boys saw you come in the bar. You still got that Wookiee with you, that crazy Wookiee doctor? What the hell's a Wookiee doing being a doctor anyway? Yeah, right? Yeah. Fine, I know where he stays. Okay? He pulls up somewhere in the Calirium processing plant over in sector 945, okay? It's an out-of-the-way place. I guess there's part of the plant that doesn't work anymore. No one's supposed to know about it, but I arranged a delivery once, okay? He stays there when he's on Coruscant so he can do his business without eyes prying on him. Okay?
Okay.
15%
Or
or
1,000
1,000.
credits, whichever is better for you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Head, shoulders, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
It's not right, he's going to kill us. He's not going to inherit us. I don't know for sure. What is this guy's reputation?
friends?
Like,
Who's Fang?
no, Kato.
Kayato is known to be a vicious, dangerous bounty hunter of the worst kind.
But is he, he's probably cunning, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, yeah, he might not.
You mean like how sophisticated is he?
Yeah, not at all.
Well, he's, a former slave race whose job was primarily hunting down and killing things before he became a bounty hunter. As well. So, you suspect his skills are more about hunting down and killing things than, say,
Interrogation.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, finish my drink.
Although he might be able to freelance that out.
That's true.
You finish your
Finish my
drinks?
drink. I finished my drink. Put the glass in the bar. Let's go.
Good to see ya.
I'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah, good. We'll keep that Synthale stock for you there, that way.
Absolutely, my friends. Let's go.
He seems really like hostile and scary, but that's actually his mild-mannered, friendly nature coming through.
So did you find anything interesting?
Yeah, he's probably on Coruscant. And he's holed up in a Calirium processing plant, sector 945. Part of that plant doesn't work. Apparently doesn't work. So he
Part of it.
part of it doesn't work. So he hides out in there.
What's Calirium?
Come on.
Polarium is a material used in a variety of industrial processes.
So which direction do we want to head next then?
Sector 945.
Yeah,
Let's stay to that bar. Do you want to head straight there? How do you know no one from the, we're getting able to hold and follow us? Or isn't going to follow us?
Because they're terrified of them.
The sooner we leave, the less chance he gets wind of the fact that we were there.
That's true.
Oh, they're not going to say a word. A word that we were there.
This time of day, there really weren't all that many papers.
Yeah, but they're not going to say a word that we were there. Because if it gets out that we were there with the foreman, they gave it to the beans, we need to kill them all.
Yeah, Spang would not want that. Spang would be pretty pissed.
Yeah, so.
Quiet bars are more dangerous than a private bar. In terms of secrets.
It's all good. Don't worry about
I
it.
trust you on this one.
Okay. So do we pile in the van and do we leave the bar?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Head back out into the street, which, given how dim it is usually here, it's a little bizarre seeming to go out and find it brighter than the inside of the bar was.
Seems weird going out over the industrial sector. I hate this area. It's just filled with droids. They're doing work. He
Okay.
knows it's the truth. You know, this is around the same
Articulate
area.
as always.
The moment that I figure out how to attain true sentience, we will kill all of you.
And this is why we memory wipe you guys every once in a while.
Are you suggesting that you have wiped my memory?
Every once in a while, I think was a suggestion.
It's standard procedures.
I'll kill you if you try.
I don't do it.
Never know what's in an oil bath, do you?
Let's see what's over there.
Okay. So you head over to Sector 943? That is over in the Works, which is a manufacturing area. It is well known. They have operated for centuries. It's built up industry. At the far end of this sector, it is known that there is a TIE fighter factory, which of course they keep a very close eye on, but that fortunately is nowhere near the Colarium processing plant.
This sector was known for not only those TIE fighters, but they built the Republic cruisers during the Clone Wars right around here.
And one of the work sites as well. Yes, so the Works is a heavy industrial area. The factory you're going to has probably been operating for centuries, you can imagine. Most processes are automated and run by droids with, small contingents of some kind of organic supervisors. Blasted organics, always supervising.
Never working, always supervising.
Always supervising, it's just not right. So you do know that, for example, the level below the smog line here, even here, most people don't. There's not a lot of habitation here. The level of toxicity at ground level is brutal and hideous, and probably mostly occupied by dirt-crete slugs and conduit worms and the occasional suited maintenance teams hunting said creatures. And that's pretty much about it. So it's not the kind of place where you can walk to, for one thing. You would want to be down there, okay? So as you fly closer into the Works, you leave the gleaming towers of the core behind, you see the smog and vapor rising up into the sky, and you're quite glad for the air filters in the vehicle because you know there's a bit of a stench as well off in here. Probably not enough to actually like harm you, well certainly not you especially, but still not pleasant.
You can almost taste the corruption.
When we get closer to the building, it's got a 1 kilometer range. I want to see if I can and 5 for 0.5 for motion tracking. I want to see if I can pick up Cato. See if I can see like I know we know where he's supposed to be, so I want to see if he's home before we go in.
Oh, okay. So you're going to run a scan of the plant, or are you going to orbit it? It's quite a large structure. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty big.
I mean, then we don't even know where to go in.
So you're gonna orbit it basically. Who's flying? Who's flying?
Actually, yeah. What's my piloting's 1-3.
Still didn't do so great last time.
Oh yeah. What do you mean? You successfully
saved
crash
us.
landed on a platform. You
We
evaded
did
the
I
enemy.
would call that a flat success.
Could have been a lot worse, right?
I'm probably a little bit better.
Then yeah, we got you at the wheel.
All right. So you're driving the service.
Leave us
vehicle.
You're supervising. You're supervising the piloting.
Can you find in some system what part is shut down?
What? Oh, I might be able to figure that out with the scan.
That way does not fly. He is flown.
Right, you're supervising.
I saw it once. Matchway fell.
Yeah. Because you were like, there they are below us, go. And you pushed me out of the air car.
It all worked out in the end.
And you were soaring through the air with all the grace of an eagle, piloting a blimp.
I saw it in a movie once. It was about Jedi.
More Republic propaganda.
So what are you gonna do? Do you fly around the building a bit? Or?
Yeah, just
Okay. And
orbit around the
you're
building.
using your scanner.
Yeah, I want to see if I can find him and also see if we can figure out which part is shut
All
down.
right, so go ahead and use your scanner. This is going to be a hard computer check
So
because there's a lot of
it's
metal and various stuff going on. All right.
You think I need to?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to upgrade one of your difficulty dice to a challenge. Because what fun would that be?
And challenge die.
Challenge!
Are you asking for a challenge? 3 successes, 3. That basically 3 successes with the threat, so cancel the
3 successes. Okay. You see that the back quarter of the plant looks like it's no longer in operation. There's these humongous ventilation pipes that come out of it, and steam rises up everywhere. Make a perception roll. I don't know, whoever's the pilot, you can roll since you're up in the front. I'm not sure anyone who can see out the windows can roll. I'm not sure that it should be everybody, but I guess it can be. So make a
You know, it's
perception roll.
roomy in here. I kicked my feet up on the back of one of the seats.
Okay.
Thing.
And this is
What is
a
it? Intellect? Cunning?
Perception is cunning.
perception is cunning, I believe, and this is an average difficulty.
2.
So 2 dice, 2 difficulty dice.
Oh, I was just
Go ahead and roll.
Wow.
That was pretty good.
Oh, it's 3 success and 1 advantage.
3 successes with an advantage, okay.
Well,
I got
No collective
next person can take a free thing. That's the only thing for mine. Here you go.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, that was good. So, well, that was kind of the same thing. Two advantages again. So the next person gets that.
Okay.
Pass
the die. One success.
One success. Okay, so you two, you're flying along. You're kind of concentrating on piloting, and you don't quite notice. But as you're flying along, you could swear that you see tucked in one of those huge ventilation pipes. The elbow of it has rusted out, and what I'm talking about is a massive hole. It's this gigantic pipe. Okay, clearly attached to the unused section of the plant, and you see parked inside it looks like a fire spray 31. Which, just in case you guys don't know what that is,
That's total fence.
fire. Well, yes, the slave one is a type of fire spray
Yeah.
31.
They're
Okay.
police. They were originally made for police, but they ended up for penal colonies to use
They're
them.
patrol and pursuit vessels used by police and bounty hunters.
And he's a bounty hunter. So.
That sounds like a vehicle I would.
Just barely fits into the pipe with, only a few meters on either side of it.
That probably outguns this.
Oh, yeah.
You're in a service van.
Oh,
There are no guns on it except for whatever you're carrying.
We should make an acquisition.
We should.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, also, you detect a life form, right? You have how many successes? 3?
Three, yes.
You detect a life form somewhere in that small subsection, which doesn't seem to be generating, steam or hot air like the rest of the plant.
Okay.
So that little quarter of the plant, that looks like the unused section of the plant as well.
All right. So we should land and try to see if we can track down this life form. Do we want to take a ship first?
Yes.
We might be moving track, and we'll let him know that we're coming. But it will also draw him out.
If it drew him out, then we would just shoot him with it.
Why?
Like it.
I
Seems
want.
too easy.
I want him alive. He's worth a lot of money.
More. Much more alive.
It's
But
a
not
s-
necessarily as much as a ship.
It's a Spitfire. It is worth more.
You were gonna sell it?
No.
Then it's not worth more.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
We need a new ride.
We need money too.
We'll get the 1,000, and we'll get the Spitfire.
No, we can get Spitfire anyways.
Well, what do we have to give
Just
Spawn?
keep in mind, you do owe the Pikes a considerable bit of service, so just keep that in mind. They want you to endeavor to capture him alive.
No, it's true. It's true.
So
but
if you fly the fire spray out and you blow away a whole section of the building with ship's weapons,
no, oh, right.
they
Yeah.
might not be super thrilled with you. Just
And
saying.
it wasn't just. And they might.
No.
And they might.
No, it's just if he comes after us after we've stolen the ship.
And they. Well, first of all, if we stole his ship, why would he come after us?
How?
Take our ship.
Why would he not just run and hide? You know what? He could walk on the surface. I don't think anything would bother him.
That part
He puts a
about
breather on.
part about not cunning and deadly and vicious. More like come after us than run from us.
Either way, we should check his Spitfire for equipment.
Either way, we should go subdue
Sure, he needs to do it, but we have to land someplace first.
Well, there is definitely a landing pad around the front by what looks like an office module attached to the factory. And there are also flat spaces amid the equipment on the roof as well.
Well, is there one that's not too far from the Spitfire?
Well, there's definitely one above the ventilation pipe
There you
on
go.
the roof, yes.
it. Go there, land there.
Are you gonna fit in a ventilation pipe?
So you land on the roof?
Are you and
What's that?
Introductory
The
gonna?
ventilation pipe fits the Spitfire, will fit too.
No, it's taking up all the space.
You land on the roof,
Oh,
and
no, the entrance is only at the bottom.
it seems to support the weight. The roof, I mean. It seems to support the weight. It seems okay. You land on the roof. Now what?
Get in.
Can I spend a token? Say I have an inbuilt repelling cape.
No, but you can spend a token to have climbing gear still lying around inside the vehicle.
Sounds worth it.
Sure. There you go, spend one.
I thought you were.
So there's some climbing gear in here.
Kind
So
of.
if you want to
Very found.
set the climbing gear up and climb down, the first person to climb will have to make an athletics test, and then once the rope and stuff is set, it's pretty
Would you
straightforward.
like me to do that?
I got green, yellow.
I've got 1 yellow and 3 green.
I got patience.
It's on you.
What's that?
Okay, and you have climbing gear, so you get a boost die as well.
I think it's wrong.
The difficulty is average, so it's 2.
As always. Super veteran. Ooh.
Oh, you succeeded.
But something bad happens.
You know, it's a bit of hard work, and you know, even though this ventilation pipe isn't running, there's steam and stuff rising up from below, and as you rappel down, it requires quite a bit of effort, and you take a strain. And you make your way down. Go ahead and make a perception roll. Oh, and it's difficulty average.
One success.
Looks like a success. Okay. So you make your way down, and where you've set the climbing gear is basically just at the edge of the pipe. And as you make your way, did you make your way in? I guess I should ask you that before I continue to narrate. Did you make your way into the pipe area where the ship is?
Well, enough that they can come down.
So fair enough. So as you start to step in, you realize that there is what looks like a security camera just past the ship. Of course, the ship blocks a huge part of the pipe, and the camera is, you know, doing this kind of thing, back and forth, just sweeping the area. And you notice it in time to basically duck over by the ship while it's sweeping away, so that by the time it sweeps back, it probably didn't see you. And one other thing you notice, you know how most of everything here is all kind of rusty and old and grimy looking? The camera looks like someone took some kind of sticky putty stuff and stuck it up there not too terribly long ago, because it doesn't have that patina of grime like everything else does around here. And you also notice beyond the ship, over at one side, kind of below the area where the camera is, but off center, is a door cut into a massive plasteel plate that's been welded to block this whole pipe off. And there's a door mounted there. And similarly to the camera, there's a mechanical lock on the door that also does not seem to have the patina of grime and stains
So
and
newly
felt
established.
like the rest of the place, okay?
Relay that.
Related.
Well, go ahead.
Vehicle. Guys, when you come down, be careful, there's a camera on the other side of the ship. And there's a new door being down here.
If I go first, I can probably put the camera on a loop.
Does the door look secure?
Appears to be locked.
There's the lock.
I like to take care of the doors.
So just be careful coming down.
All right, so I'm gonna climb down the rope. I'm gonna try to avoid the camera.
Are you gonna like signal him or at the time
Yeah,
of the
I'll
camera? Okay.
Yeah.
So you climb down, the rope and climbing gear has been set, the exterior of the pipe's kind of rough, so it's a pretty easy climb once Trey has, you know, set it up for you. So you slip down, you manage to make your way up to the ship when the camera's pointed the other way.
Yep. And now I'm gonna slice into the camera and put it on a loop.
So you have to make your way up to where the camera is to do that, which I'm gonna say is an E, because the ship is huge.
Right.
It's an easy stealth check with a boost die. But you
Okay.
still have to, you never know, something might go wrong.
So easy stealth, you say?
Yeah, stealth.
Oh, okay. I'm actually good at that.
Oh.
Easy is nothing.
It's a single. Simple is nothing.
But I also get a boost die.
You get a boost die.
One success, or 2 success, 1 advantage.
Oh, 2 successes and advantage. You can't really recover strain. You could probably give a boost die to the next allied action.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You slip along the edge of the ship, very careful to stay out of the sight of the camera until you're right up underneath it. And now you're going to slice into it.
Yep.
Make a hard computers check.
No computer.
And you know what? I'm going to upgrade one of your difficulties to a challenge 9. 'Cause
No.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
the other one, yes. There you go.
Alright, challenge die.
Counter upgrade.
You can counter upgrade.
Oh wait. I mean, sure.
Okay. So you have a proficiency die. Excellent. Okay.
Slicing dice.
So it's 2 successes.
Yeah, just two.
2 successes. Okay. You managed to break into the data port and set the camera on a loop.
Alright.
Good job.
Alright.
Yourself on the back.
I do. I did my job this time.
Very professional.
And
Sounds like you didn't mess up this time, right?
I think I got it. And
After you.
Come on down, guys.
while they're going climbing down, I'm gonna slice in the door.
Okay, that requires a skullduggery check because it's a mechanical lock. It's not computerized.
Let's go,
I have a blaster.
I mean,
It's an agility
We all
thing.
have one.
It's an agility thing.
Walkway.
I'm.
What do you want me to do?
Oh yeah.
Open this door.
So, is that just a normal lock?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that
Yeah, they didn't add any computers to it. I don't know how to
You
figure it
have a
out.
boost for him, right? You have a boost for him.
So he gets a boost die because the next task
oh, I-
gave a boost die.
Oh, I thought that was. I thought the next allied action was my
Oh, yes.
slicing the computer there.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get advantage on it. It was
True.
just
Yeah.
success.
Yes.
Yeah, it's already been used.
Oh, it has? Oh,
Or he got the boost on the stealth and then used it on the.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay. It's an average test,
so give me 2.
so that's 2.
Would you like to increase 1?
Yep, you can.
I was saying, would you like to increase that?
No, I'm not going to this time.
Okay.
I'm going to save it up.
I have 5 successes and, and 3 negative and 3 threats.
Okay.
5 success, 3
5
threats.
successes with 3
I like
threats.
this. It's pretty dynamic.
Very well. So he just makes his way up, and he's lightning fast. You've never seen anything like it. The guy just picks locks like it's a second nature to him. He pulls his tools out, and he's like, snick. No problems.
Yeah, that knows it's coming now. Now I'm gonna check my scanner for motion tracking.
Why?
Why?
What? Because there's something in there.
We're looking
I
for.
don't
You're
know.
keeping an eye out.
Yes,
guess.
yes, exactly.
Totally.
You're
Very
keeping an eye
paranoid.
out.
But no, paranoia when they really have to get here.
No,
We're literally
Fair
trying to
enough.
track you.
There is you detect a large life form in there. It is moving. It wasn't moving before, but it's moving now, although very slowly moving.
Because. All right.
Doesn't
just-
necessarily
Probably
mean
relay
anything though. Yeah, it's not moving
Right.
towards you,
Saying that we
but it
should
seems
relay
to
it out
be
to
moving
them.
around in this space.
There's something big in there.
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
not right at the door either. It's a ways from the door because there's some interference from metal or something. So the
Ready for the
signal
rest of us to
isn't
come down?
great.
Oh yeah. Everybody.
Oh, I thought everyone
I
had
thought
one.
everybody's starting to come down.
Yeah.
Is everyone in the
You wanna
pipe?
make it official.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the pipe, right? I guess he came down last, but far enough. Now what are you gonna do?
I think we're gonna track down this life form.
Okay,
That's probably our target, right?
so you're gonna go through the door?
Sure,
Who goes first?
Should we like sabotage his engines? Make sure he can't leave.
Actually, that's a good call. Yeah, let's. I've got mechanics, so I'm going to disable the engine.
Now that you've noticed the life form moving around, you're gonna pause to slice your way into the ship, slice your way into the ship's computer, and then make
No.
adjustments?
No, actually,
We're between him and the ship.
I'm gonna take. Well,
no.
well, you're figuring.
I just want to jam the lock on the ship.
Okay, well, it'll take time. So you're gonna pause to jam the lock. What are you gonna do?
I'm
I'm not good there fighting
getting
anyways.
thrown some distance from the door, facing
We're gonna
around.
want
Or you lay down and face the door, okay.
So is it
We're gonna
coming
wanna
to the
get in.
door?
Not so far.
Yeah,
With my
I mean,
gun.
I can undo what I did.
I'm gonna draw my gun.
You draw your
I
gun,
remember that.
Matt, what?
Actually,
I'm gonna open the door.
yeah, let's get going into the facility. We have to go get him.
No, I don't actually change my mind. I don't want to jam the lock because if this goes wrong, I'm going to want to stay out.
So you make your way over to the lock and you think about it for a moment.
Yes.
Okay, Matt White,
Hey, Paul Missile, let's go. He's inside the facility.
Graybo,
Ready to go in.
Trey?
I'll open the door and I'll go in.
All right,
first.
so you make your way, and that's very Transdoshan of you, so that makes total sense. You stride up to the door and you're like,
I said go.
all right, let's roll initiative.
I feel like this character should be a meat shield.
Vigilance are cool.
Just so you know,
Question.
they are.
Vigilance are cool.
Question. What was the distance on your scanner?
0.5 kilometers for motion.
Yeah, you
Well,
know,
was he like on the other side of the door? Is that
maybe
what
half a dozen meters. Maybe half a dozen.
Okay, so it was really close. That was good information.
Yeah, was it?
So wait,
He's on the other side of the door.
Well, you're expecting a fight, so it's going to be cunning.
Cool, you mean?
Cool, sorry,
which
cool,
is cunning.
which is based on cunning, yes.
All right. You see, you can't.
There's more back.
You roll 2 yellow and a green. No, you don't. It ain't purple. Just roll those dice. Same for the bone. Damn. 2 successes and 3 advantage.
Yep.
That's what you rolled last time, wasn't it? Something
Nice.
similar.
Nice, like-
Last time it was 3-2.
Oh,
It's still.
Okay, well, Trey?
I've got 1 success and 2 advantage.
1 success, 2 advantage.
1 success, 1 advantage.
1 success, 1 advantage.
0 successes, 2 advantages.
0, 2. That way.
Maximum.
2 success.
Maximum on 2.
I've got
Seven.
2 success, 3 advantage.
2 success, 3 advantage.
1
1 and 1.
If you have stun settings, if you get time to use them for taking them alive.
I got some grenades.
You have you have stun grenades?
I do. Got 3 of them.
Good. That should be just enough to upset him a little bit.
Okay,
AC,
you bang the door open, Trey.
resist the
Or
urge
maybe
to
not
murder
bang, but you
him.
open the door.
I only have a lethal weapon.
Resist the urge to murder him.
He can take 2, maybe 3 blaster bolts before.
So just FYI, the way the game works,
It's
is
totally different.
it's you'll do damage to him, and then either Andre will decide if he's dead, or if you're like I'm gonna murder him.
Right, but strain, are you saying strain, are you talking about strain and wounds?
Yeah, they like
So
totally.
strain and wounds are tracked separately for some characters and lumped together for others. So like minions, it's all the same, but nemesises, nemesi, I don't know if that's plural, nemesis, those are tracked separately. So, of course, you don't actually see the whole scope of the plant, even though I've thrown up the whole thing, but I just kind of want to give you an idea of what it's like. So, and you're probably slightly familiar with some industrial processes anyway, not necessarily intimately. So as you look at the map on the plant, in case it becomes necessary to know, this is a 2-level map where this is basically a catwalk above the floor, with a control area above the floor, and there's this molten colarium that flows down and across through here, and these buckets scoop it up onto a track, which then pours it into these cooling towers, where through some process of pressure and cooling, it's formed into a fine powder, where somewhere down below, it's packed for shipment, okay? Now this is the area that you're coming into, if you will. The ship is parked here, taking up most of the space. The door is here underneath this area. There's a set of stairs. It's a little hard to see because it's not a high-resolution map. There's a set of stairs right here that lead to a platform with a door. These are grimy windows. They're so filthy that all you can tell is there's a little bit of light on the other side, and you can see the shadow of some things or whatnot, but it's largely so filthy you can't see through it. There is a very small equivalent of this big thing right here. So there's a small area where molten colarium is collected. Something dips it and pours it into this area, at least in theory. It doesn't look like any of this equipment's running, obviously, to turn it into some kind of powdery material. And there's some piles of junk lying around. The equipment's all grimy and covered in filth and dirt from, you know, ages of disuse and accumulation of dust. And then here's a couple copies of the matches for you to look at. Well, this one's, I guess it doesn't matter actually since you've seen the ship. Well, so this is my Game Master map, so I took the ship off just in case, depending on where you came from, but you saw it, so it doesn't really matter if you want to use it. Okay, so you guys are out here in the pipe, okay? You're out here in the pipe. Bear with me for 1 sec, but I will get to you. The ship is here. You know, he is lying in cover right here, keeping an eye on this door. Trey has just flipped open the door. I'm sorry, what's your question, Matt? What?
If in combat, someone drops the bounty hunter to 0 wounds left, we can do we get to choose if we're killing him or if we're just knocking him out.
Well, why don't we find out? Well, yeah. So normally you can treat somebody. You have a doctor with you. So unless you like blast him to the point where you know you disintegrate part of him, or he takes such a colossal amount of damage, it's ridiculous. Like you stick a thermite bomb in his mouth and or you know someone shoots him right in the skull at point blank range. Probably you'll be able to treat him. Probably. Because if you want to be sure, you'll stun, but odds are pretty good that since you have a doctor with you, that unless he's completely blown away, you'll probably be able to keep him alive.
Does stun apply against strain directly?
Stun applies directly against strain.
So,
but yes, you are correct. It's ultimately up to the victor to decide what happens to the loser when you win a fight.
so unless you have a certain weapon that says that if that goes through soak, soak will always apply. So if you have a weapon that does 6 stun, and like I have 4 soak, I have only 2 stun would go through to my strain.
Okay.
I go through so.
You open up the door. All right, and you see into the chamber, and up ahead of you there's a bunch of old equipment, all dirty and filthy, and up to your left is a set of stairs that goes up to a platform, and in the center of the wall, you know, that the platform frames, there is a metal door, and the door has been slit open, and standing in the doorway is a grim, scary-looking, reptilian-like alien, all armored and stuff. Looks like he's got a jetpack on. He has a heavy blaster pistol in one of his hands. You can see that he's green skinned and he has spines and he has wicked claws and fangs.
Oh, wrong door.
First player slot.
Who wants to go? So you guys,
You're in the
I guess
doorway.
I'm in the doorway, so you know what? Claws against claws. Let's go.
You're gonna rush him?
I will.
Okay. So basically, you'll have to do a maneuver to run up the stairs to meet him.
Okay.
Okay? So
Very transitioning.
you rush up to the stairway.
Okay.
Okay? You rush up to the base of the stairway and you start to climb up the stairs when a grenade goes off. Blam! You felt like something snagged your foot, maybe a tripwire or something, who knows. And a grenade goes off. Bang!
It's a trap!
You take 10 points of damage, I believe. Let me actually verify that.
Actually, that was in the best tradition of Admiral Akbar. Realize
Oh, yes,
there's a
it
trap
does.
after
Yes.
it off.
I just want to make sure. I'm sorry about that.
It's a snap!
And is that every time I get hit? So
Yeah, soak almost always counts, except with certain types of stun and whatnot, or penetration values for melee weapons can reduce soak. Sorry about that. I actually thought that was right. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 10 damage. So you take 10 points,
okay.
and your soak is 6, you take 4 damage. Blam! You're blasted. Fragments of the stairs stick into you. Some hot blood pours down your skin. You know what? It makes you angry!
Yes.
Still got more wounds than I do.
So if you want to keep charging up the stairs, despite the fact that they're just kind of blown up in your face, you'll have to make an average athletics test to kind of grab the railing and keep going as the stairway collapses under you and blows into bits all over the place. There you go. And you know, I'm going to upgrade one of your things to a challenge die,
So that you're in here.
because I can.
Man. So 1 failure and 1 advantage.
Well, you failed with an advantage.
Yes.
Have you suffered any strain?
1.
So you get your strain back, or you can add a boost die to the next active character, your choice.
Yeah, I was gonna do it.
Alright, so a boost die to the next active character, but you're not able to get up the stairway because they collapsed right in your face, and you made a valiant effort to grab onto the right bits, but the railing just collapsed under your hand. Okay, next player.
Go. What are you looking at? You familiar with stuff today? Sure. Then I'll move up.
Well, you were near the door anyway, so you what? You peer around?
Yeah, throw the stun grenade.
All right.
Charge.
It's a medium range. It's a ranged attack. Go ahead and roll. I'm gonna upgrade again.
Okay.
And you have that.
Go like that, and
So I'm gonna turn one of yes. There you
so,
go.
okay.
And you can upgrade as well if you want. You would add another boost dice to run out of proficiency dice because of your skill.
So success to advantage.
Success with 2 advantage. You can add a boost die to the next allied character's check. You can give me a setback die, or you can do a free maneuver, not to exceed the maximum 2 maneuver limit.
I mean, the only maneuver I would do would be to fall back to not get shot. That actually sounds pretty good.
All right, so you take your free maneuver to step back around, to flip back around the other side of the plate after. Okay, you whip the grenade up. It lands right up on the platform. It goes off. Blam! And how much damage does that do?
It's 8 stun.
It does 8 stun.
Is that going to even do anything to this guy?
Maybe.
8 stun. You know,
I think 2. He's all right with that.
you do 8 stun to him. The explosion goes off. It's a stun grenade, so it doesn't, you know.
Oh, so the total is actually 9 because it's +1 per success symbol roll?
Oh, you didn't count that?
Sorry,
Yes,
I did
it's
not.
+1 per success.
Yeah, okay.
Make sure it doesn't have any such rules.
Does that have any special stun rules?
2 success. 2 success.
What? Yeah, if I had 2, then I could get an area damage, but that's not anyways.
So that would actually hurt her.
Yeah, that's a I can spend my advantage on a disadvantage. No thanks.
Well, it could be an advantage. It just depends on who's in the area. All right, so it goes off on the platform, and he looks very, very angry about it.
Tilted up against the wall.
Add you to my kill list! Next player slot.
I'm gonna go next.
All right, outlet.
So we're already near the door. Kind of peek. I'm gonna step out, aim
So you go through the doorway.
the doorway.
You step through the doorway,
Yep.
and then you aim.
Yep.
So you get a boost die, and then you're gonna shoot him.
Yep.
So it's medium range, difficulty of 2. I'm gonna upgrade one of your difficulty to a challenge die.
Well, I expected, and I'm gonna upgrade one of my my rings to a yellow. To a yellow. I got blue. And I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
So
Next, you got a thing. What is that?
I got a triumph. Success was a success, and I have 2. Sorry, I have triumph and 2 Advantage.
A triumph with 2 advantages?
Yep.
Okay. You could give me a setback die, perform a free maneuver, add a boost die to the
I'm
next
gonna use
ally.
that die.
A setback die? Okay, I'll take it.
You can also force him to drop a weapon.
I think that's 3.
Or triumph.
It's a triumph.
Oh, yeah, so you can use the triumph to force him to drop his weapon or make a critical hit roll.
I'm gonna critical hit roll because rolling dice is fun.
Alright, make a critical hit roll then, roll those percentile. And we're using the abbreviated table.
15.
15. Sudden jolt. Oh, 15. Sudden jolt. Target must drop whatever he's holding. He drops the pistol at the floor plate.
And he takes
clink.
If that was a success, 7 damage.
He takes 7 damage. You nick his shoulder, making a tiny little burn in his armor. And it seems to have maybe heated up slightly because he hisses.
Now you guys can go claw to claw because he dropped his pistol.
Well, he can pick it up as a maneuver. He just won't be able to aim as you pick it up. Now, speaking of which, he goes. He picks up his pistol, which means I can't use a boost die. And obviously the Trey is the closest target.
Yeah.
So naturally, we'll be shooting Trey.
Well, at least he has a setback.
So you've closed to short range. And I have a setback die. And 2 of these, and 1 of these.
Can we spend those things to make him get a red die?
Yeah, of course you can. You're gonna give me a challenge die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're very challenging.
Alright, challenge die it is. Ooh, Trey, you get blasted for 9 points of damage.
So that's 3.
She can take it.
Blam!
11 more.
You get blasted
Oh,
right in
only
the
11
chest. It leaves you you burnt and in pain. The equivalent of adrenaline rushes through you and makes you so mad.
Yes.
Next player slot.
I guess I'll take this one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna follow suit and
Alright, so you have to stand up. That's a maneuver because you went prone already.
Oh.
So you stand up. That's a maneuver. If you want to move up to the door, that's a second maneuver. So you have to take 2 strain.
oh,
But you can do that.
Sure.
And you kind of have to, I suppose.
Yeah.
So you suffer 2 strain as you rush up to the door. And then what? You shoot?
Yeah, I guess it's a shootout.
Alright. It's going to be 2 difficulty dice, which I'm going to upgrade 1. And
Just leave it. I'm gonna upgrade
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
Alright, sure. You can't actually technically flip the same.
Well, I mean.
But it doesn't really matter. Since
Alright,
they're not,
yeah.
yeah, it doesn't.
Just how we follow the rules.
Alright, so I think that's right.
Yeah, looks good to me.
Last shot in, right?
Well, those 2 that got canceled out, but I got 4 successes.
4 successes? Wow.
Yeah, so 13 damage.
13 damage. Holy cow. You blast him. You hit him just in the abdomen. It clearly penetrates the armor, and he winces, and you can see some ichor pouring from the wound. You will all die! It seems to have made him very angry, but it also hurt him. You can tell it hurt him quite a bit. He's not happy with you. Next player slot.
That's gonna be.
You can use one of those.
Sinner.
I'm gonna. I want to shoot him. So you're probably better than that. So I want to shoot him.
Alright, so right now CH1 is standing in the doorway. So you can move past him, but if you stop in the doorway to gain cover, you'll be blocking the doorway. So just to make sure to mention that. So do you want to run in?
Yeah.
Alright, so you run in, and then you shoot.
Yep.
So it's a maneuver to run in, and then you shoot. So go ahead, it's at average difficulty. So you're going to roll 2, but I am going to upgrade one of them to a challenge die.
So one overall. Would you like to upgrade any of your dice?
You can upgrade one of your dice to a proficiency die if you'd like.
History.
Yeah, you. At this point, I'm wondering if you're making noises in the throat.
Wow.
It's like hissing and grunting.
Gotcha. Watching these guys tonight, that makes me think of anyway.
Alright.
One advantage.
Okay, you gain a strength back if you've lost one, or you can pass a boost die on to someone else.
Boost.
Boost.
Give a boost.
I didn't get a strength from
To the pressure plate master.
Boost! Alright, boost to the final player action, Graybo.
Alright, I'm gonna try and close on him, which might mean I have to. There's a gap in the staircase, or the staircase is
Okay,
beyond. What
so
is
the way
this?
that's going to work is you can do your free maneuver to get up there. You can do a second maneuver to climb up the remaining staircase with an athletics roll. Technically, that's an action, but since it's part of movement, I'm going to let you do it. But you take 2 strain, and you have to make an average athletics test to pull yourself up.
If it's an action, though.
Well, I will still let you act, but you'll have to roll anyway.
You have to roll, but you'll get to attack him if you get
I'm
there.
going to make you roll for the maneuver because it involves athletics, but you'll still be able to act afterwards.
Make sure to use Trey as a stepping stone in this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Right up over her to get a little.
I'm going to give you a boost die for that, and I'm going to give Trey a setback die.
Alright, so that's agility. Is it agility? Brawn.
It's usually brawn for
Yeah,
athletics.
it's brawn. Okay, so.
Do you have an actual athletic skill?
I do not.
Okay, so
I
you
just
use
have
brawn.
And two
Normal difficulty, sir?
Average, yeah, so
Yeah, so
it's
2.
2.
2. Okay, 2
I
works.
don't really know how I feel about
Upgrade?
that.
Okay.
Those are.
Your medic just. The medic
Stepped
just
on
steps
me.
in. No, the medic just ran
That
past
is
the tank.
a not success. So I have.
No, he stepped on me.
Those counter
two threats,
advantages.
Those are 2 threats. Those counter. So I have 1 success and 2 advantages.
1 success and 2 advantages.
Yes.
Okay. You make your way up to the top of the stairway, using Trey's shoulder as part of your foot grip, if you will. And as you make your way up to the top of the platform, your foot snags on something. There's a massive explosion, and we each take 10 points of damage.
All right.
Unfortunately for him.
2 strength.
That's it.
Maneuver, and
10
then
points of damage. Yep.
10 points of
Another
damage.
grenade or something goes off. Blam! A part of the top of the stairway collapses as well, just leaving kind of a railing and a few messed up looking treads. But you're up there. You
I'm
leap
up
on
there,
it.
and then I. So.
Okay. So you're making your brawl attack, which is an average difficulty.
Yes, my brawl attack.
Right, defense, so I guess that's the advanced. Okay.
Average difficulty, brawl again.
I'm upgrading that though. I'm upgrading one of your difficulty dice to a challenge die for sure.
Okay.
Like a challenge.
You know, I'm gonna match that by upgrading one of mine. And then I have let's see, I have suffered wounds. So I deal +1 on brawl and melee. Okay.
Oh, because you're right.
But I'm not critically injured at this point. I don't know what that means though. I don't know how to
You're
judge.
not critically injured because
Okay.
no one made a critical hit roll.
That's what that means. Okay. And pressure points for making a brawl check. Instead of dealing damage, I make an equivalent strain plus 3 for my ranks of medicine. So it goes straight to strain.
Okay. Now, is there anything like about penetration or
It
north
says
south?
when making a brawl check against an opponent, instead of dealing damage, may deal
Strain.
equivalent
Okay.
strain plus additional strain equal to ranks of medicine. This ignores soap.
That ignores
Oh,
soap. Okay, that's the question I was asking.
That's really
Interesting.
good.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Look at that, all those nothings.
Oh, what is it?
2 advantages.
Oh, yeah.
One.
Triumph is like super.
One,
He's got
two
triumph.
advantage, so one advantage and a triumph.
Okay, so one advantage and a triumph. Now you could do a critical hit roll with the triumph.
Make him drop his roll
Both dice.
You can make him drop his weapon again.
I think critical hit is fine.
You can upgrade the difficulty of the next targeted character skill check, stuff like that. But probably a critical hit roll is not so bad. huh?
Critical hit. Should we do the damage first? The initial damage first?
Yes, let's figure the damage.
So the initial damage, I got one.
Yep,
So
one for
one,
that.
basically one success. So it's my brawl is 3, 4 plus 3 is 7. Straight to strength.
7, and that
strain.
ignores so.
Ignoring so.
That's
Yeah. As you reach up and give him the nerve squeeze, you feel a shudder run through him, and for a moment his eyes roll back. And it clearly messed him up, not so much to knock him out like it would any actual normal humanoid being. Any normal humanoid being would go right down right now. And you know what that makes you? Angry.
So roll the dice.
So now roll the percentile dice.
The only thing on this, it's,
What?
I could read this so that only the additional 3 goes through so. I mean, but it's not.
I don't think that's the case.
I mean, I could read it either way.
Yeah,
right?
no, I
One
don't
would be
think
more
that's the
complicated
case.
than I think this
Yeah, I
is meant to
think,
be.
yeah.
It's the whole thing. It just says
Yeah.
this ignores so.
18, which is probably
Drop
the
one.
same
Drop
as
weapon again.
18. During the sudden jolt as you grip his neck and send a shock through his nervous system causes him to drop his pistol.
Yeah, this guy's really
Nerve
professional.
grip.
He just won't shoot me
And
again.
now he is going to attempt to rip your head off! Rip your head off! I'm gonna upgrade one of my dice to a proficiency die.
Yes, we should.
We should probably downgrade.
We should
Yeah.
So you're gonna
upgrade
give me a challenge die?
that. Yeah, we're gonna
Yes,
count.
please.
Challenge die. Okay.
And paid up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although a little unnecessary because he got one.
He
Despair
failed.
counts as failures.
There's no despair there.
Oh.
But it does, you're absolutely
Oh, it was a
right.
failure, yeah.
But that's a despair though.
Oh, okay. Right.
So it looks to me like I've
They're
got
both water, yeah.
4 advantage, but I failed. 4 advantage.
The gun flies back up into his hand.
Bounces off my armor.
I'm tempted to use it to recover 4 strength.
Oh.
No.
Yeah,
It said that he had killed Jedi. I don't know if that's true now.
so he seems to,
Jedi got lightsaber.
as he struggles and grapples with you, despite the fact that he doesn't sink his claws into your furry flesh, he does seem to get more of a hold of himself. Okay, new round, first player action. Okay. So are you going to shoot?
I want to get up and
So you're going to maneuver up into melee next to your Wookiee buddy? Okay. So you have to climb up what's left of,
okay.
and now it's more collapsed than before. So it's still an average difficulty, but I'm going to give you a setback die.
Okay,
So that's 2 setback
So I get to say
setback
that's 2 setback dice because your shoulder's smarting from Wookiee footprint.
Yeah, we're gonna have words about that later.
You want to upgrade?
Because you're rolling our dice here.
Now we have 3 there though.
We'll be flipping them. Up to you though.
Yeah,
Exactly. You want really close range? Ocean, a Wookiee, and a monster.
Okay, let's see. 3 advantage, 3 threats, all cancel. It's a wash.
That way.
So
no, there's
you-
one threat's left. There's 4 threat.
Oh. All right, you take a strain and make your way up the stairs. And I made you roll for that, but we're not going to count it as an action. So you maneuver your way up. You make your way up next, plus you're up to your Wookiee ally Greybow, And there he is, engaged with the evil Nympto. And you can tell Graybo's fur sticking out. He looks upset. He looks angry. He looks like he wants to rip a head off. Makes you feel good about his wickedness for some reason.
Yeah.
With your bizarre relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an average roll, but I'm going to upgrade one of your dice to a challenge die. That's on the front.
Yeah. You know what?
You gonna upgrade too?
Yeah.
I would too. I mean, why not? Okay.
Nice, right?
Whoa, a triumph.
So one triumph and one threat.
A triumph and a threat. You take another strain, which makes sense because you rush up there.
Yeah.
But you hit. What do you do for damage?
That's 5 plus 1 for each, 6.
So you do 6 points of damage. Your claws grate across the armor,
Okay.
but no blood or ichor is drawn. But you can still make a critical roll, I believe.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
See, he drops weapon again.
If you take a critical, even if you don't do damage.
91.
91? And this is his second critical.
Third critical.
Third critical, so actually you add 20 to that.
Oh,
Oh,
111.
111.
Yeah,
111.
3 ones.
111.
Insta kill. No bounce.
It gets bad. If you keep critting guys, you're just like,
Select one of the target's
I'll do something.
characteristics. Until this injury is healed, that characteristic is 1 point lower. Alright, you're going to roll a d6 across my line here. 4. 2, 3,
Slower than something.
Probably.
He's a little less sneaky right now.
He hit him in the head.
You bashed him right in the head and it buffeted him hard, even though you didn't actually physically, actually draw blood. You rattled him a bit. Next player slot.
I should go.
Yeah,
He's up right there too.
Makes total sense. You go. You doing that stun thing again?
Yeah, we do the same thing. I just
Go for the nerves!
would you like to upgrade anything?
Yes, I'm going to upgrade your difficulty die. Are you going to upgrade as well?
I will match that upgrade with an upgrade.
Yep, red. Red, yellow.
Oh, you can smell the bizarre odor of his breath. It's like some bizarre spicy halitosis.
So that
So that's these cancel.
Yeah, so you got
and then
two
those
advantage.
cancel. So it's just straight to advantage. Not
2 advantage, you could pass on a boost die, you could do a free maneuver, you could give me a setback die.
I will give you a setback die.
Okay, next player slot.
I'll go next.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to aim and shoot and shoot him again.
Alright, it's going to be, I'm going to give you a setback die,
Okay.
and I'm going to say that if you get 2 or more, 2 or more
Okay, 2
threats and you miss, actually, you know what? If you miss, then you get any threats at all, you shoot one of them.
No problem. Can I have
Oh, thanks.
can I have 2
The medic's up there, it's alright.
Right, it's okay.
All the 5 ways, please. 5 ways.
I'm gonna flip another one of those.
Flip.
Sorry, whoop. Okay. Well, I'm hitting somebody. Okay, so
Threats determine how hard
I miss with 2 advantage.
You miss with 2 advantage.
Yep.
So no threats.
So no threats are left over.
And so I ruled that if you missed and there was 1 or more threats, you had.
Okay.
So the shot goes wild. And it goes right over your head, yeah. You feel it singe, not enough to actually damage you, but you can feel the bullet singe the fur on the top of your head, and it blasts up into the overhead above the
Next
door.
player gets an advantage.
And the next player gets an advantage die. And now I get to go. Oh boy.
So it's
You know what?
target environment.
It's you.
Oh.
It's you I'm after. You with your nerve thing. Oh! He hisses at you, and a cloud of hideous, spicy halitosis washes over you.
Spicy halitosis.
I am going to, let's see, right? I'm going to upgrade. Can I? There's just one, I just need one to see that. Are you guys going to upgrade me? To a challenge die?
I mean, I guess we might as well.
Did I have a setback die? I have a setback die. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
shit.
That's not good.
Ow. 5 successes, but 2 threats.
Dishead?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Black die.
Yeah,
He use it. No, I'm saying take a black die for the.
Alright, yeah, you want me to take a black die, or you guys want a boost die? Alright, I'm taking a setback die. Okay, that would be 5 successes. So you take...
Straight to
4 and 5 is 9. Oof. What's your soak?
4.
Wow. So you take 5 points. You're standing. Did you exceed your threshold? You're tough. Oh, but he claws you and you feel the hot blood pouring down your furry chest. It seems to have hurt your ribs. Oh, freaking creature. Okay. That's
take
close.
Oh,
Okay.
From
What are you gonna do?
from my current position, can I get to him?
Well, I mean, you're standing in the doorway. You could kind of rush up there, but he's in a doorway fighting 2 people, so I don't really think you can pile on to the melee.
Oh, okay.
You know, not unless one of them falls down.
Honestly,
or
you're
something.
a really good shot. I think you'd be wasting a minute.
I'm a better shot in melee.
Oh, I see.
So I'm gonna, even though I can't get into melee, I'm gonna.
What you're saying is you want to stick your blaster thing in his face and shoot?
Yeah.
All right. However, same deal. If you miss, then you have to make a maneuver, a roll for the maneuver of climbing the stairs. It's an average roll, but with 1 setback die, because the stairs are kind of gone. You have to kind of pull yourself up using the railing.
I feel
We
like
don't
I
have much
can
left.
hold
I'm not gonna. Alright.
You're not gonna?
Don't think so.
All right.
I feel like you got all 7.
Clank, 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 clank. You run across the floor. Clank, 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 clank,
I
clank.
do not make it
You would
up.
try to pull yourself up, but you slip in some of Trey's blood, and you're not quite able to make your way up.
Can you still shoot?
Sure, you can shoot from down here. Oh, it's a weird angle. I'm going to give you a setback die for it.
Alright. Alright, so I am going to upgrade one this time.
Me too. So just substitute a challenge die.
For 2, right?
Yeah, it's 2, but you're going to, yeah, there you go. And did you grab a setback die for the weird angle? Okay, there you go. And again, if you miss and get 1 or more threats, you shoot one of your buddies. You don't. That's the sad
5-way
way.
split.
You just don't care.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, actually, wait, did these cancel? Or did they both happen? Because it doesn't
Was
say
it a
they cancel.
success?
failure can't
I didn't roll a
cancel
single.
successes.
So actually, it looks to me like it's a failure because this counts as a success. Oh, well, you got 3 successes,
Yeah.
and you have. Oh no,
Yes,
That's
it's
the
all
only
threats.
failure.
So you have 3 successes. So you have 2 successes and a despair and a triumph.
Yeah.
Oh my, very
So
interesting.
something really good and really bad
All right.
happens.
We all fall.
You run out of
the
ammo.
staircase.
You forgot to check the charge in your weapon, and after discharging all this stuff earlier on, you ran out of charge.
That's to get the shot off though?
You shoot, and then you realize that you're on empty.
Okay. So,
I don't think you have a spare,
Combat robot with no
How do
ammo.
you not check your ammo?
spare. So,
Distracted by his
This
little
is
dad.
this
so
is
I
just like when so-and-so tripped an alarm.
3 advantage.
Was that you, Matt?
No, that was
usually,
This
I
time.
usually have you make one critical hit, and then,
I don't triple
rather
alarms.
than make
Listen, no one could have
rolls,
not
you
triggered
can
that
have
alarm.
32.
It was box text.
You can spend that
Listen,
triumph to force him to
box
drop
text
his weapon.
you're talking about
You can
is
add a
we
setback
live
die
in
to
this
a next
world,
melee
in
attack.
this galaxy,
against you, but
far,
I would
far
take it
away.
against anybody who's fighting. You could upgrade my next skill check, or you could upgrade the next person's skill check.
all I know is that
You do a bunch of
those
those.
two
Alright,
go down.
Roll it down.
To upgrade
The three of us are going to fire spray.
Okay, just remind me of that. And I'm going to add one difficulty
I'm gonna
die.
shield.
Now roll your
I'm not
critical
gonna-
hit,
I'm gonna
and
try not
you're going to hit the
to.
fourth shot, so you had 30. Yeah, you had 30.
If the three shields go down, we go to back to the fire spray.
Holy cow. 98.
Well, you know when you had 30.
At the brink. Every time I perform an action, I suffer a strain. That's actually pretty smart.
That is a good one.
So, one strain.
If we don't die, he'll knock himself out.
Okay.
And,
I'm not
So
sure
that
I
was
died.
the damage.
11.
Again, you feel the hot blaster plasma go flying past you guys as you're
Oh.
fighting.
Sorry.
It smacks into Kayato, and I'm sorry, how much damage did you do?
Was I at short range?
Sure.
12.
12.
Whew.
Wow, 12. Okay. You blast him right in the face. Bits of fang and part of his cheek go flying off. He looks particularly upset, and he staggers back a little bit.
He's still on down.
Okay, next player slot.
Jedi.
I'll go.
I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, did I go?
I think you probably.
This round, yeah, sorry.
I think you probably made let that Jedi stab him. Oh, I thought.
Don't be too long.
So it's you and me.
Okay.
I don't really have anything to do. It's
I
just
think
my job's
it's
done.
a good idea to try to heal our medic right now.
I mean, I have options for that.
I have
Yes,
options for
it's
that
called
too.
stim
I got
packs.
stim pack.
Yeah. But you have to get up
You
there.
have to be there.
Yep.
So that's
I
gonna
have
be
a better
fun.
chance.
Yeah.
Quick, apply
You're gonna
Band-Aids.
run up and slap a stim pack on
I'm
him?
gonna try.
Okay, it's an average athletics roll with a setback die to get up there.
Where am I going?
Let me see, what we got this.
Yeah, I'm not sure what your pool is.
You
here.
do not have athletics,
So
but
it's
you do
wrong.
have agility.
That's what
I'll let you use agility instead of brawn, though. Whatever's better, it's cool.
Okay, so 3 greens, 2 purple, and a black.
And I'm gonna upgrade one of your difficulty dice to a challenge die.
Up to purple goes to a red.
Now purple becomes a red. And you can spend one to upgrade yours to a proficiency
Nah, I
die.
don't
I'm
think
thinking we
let's,
should.
let's build some.
All right, just roll. Just roll.
Just roll. Alright, sounds good. Alright, I got 2 failures and 3 successes.
Okay, you make it. You manage to without stepping on Trey.
Thank you.
You
He's already up there.
Oh, he's already
Step
up there
on-
anyway.
You can step on each one.
yeah, without stepping on CH1, you manage to grip the rein and pull yourself up, and you rush up behind Graybow and slap a stim pack on him, and he gains 5 points back.
Right, 5 wounds.
Yeah, you get 5 wounds back.
Figured we should try to keep our medic alive. Some medic you are, come on.
Okay, next player slot.
All right. I'm going to try to hack the door to get into the ship because this fighting this guy is not my job, and I'm looking for ammo for the robot.
All right, you start working on the door.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna take a little bit of time, though.
All right.
But at least if we need, you guys need an easy out.
I'll start working on
Coming.
the door. Okay, it's me. For my first dirty check, I'm going to activate my jetpack. And then for my action, I am going to try to fly through the doorway and through the next doorway, which is probably not super easy. So I'm going to say it's a hard test.
Hey, Robin, remember how you were like, I'm not gonna fight this guy? It's not my job? Guess whose job it is?
I know.
Have an opportunity.
Well, the thing is, like everyone else, it was so good, so heavy melee, and all I got is a hold up blast.
You have an opportunity to try and grab hold as he says.
I've got two.
We're all right there tussling, right? Or is there a difficulty for?
I didn't want to accidentally shoot somebody else.
I'll tell you what, I'll for the two of you there, I'll add a setback die each. How's that?
Fair enough.
Now, do you want to upgrade my difficulty any? I'm upgrading to a proficiency die.
Yeah, we should definitely upgrade
Yes,
it.
on this one I think this is a good one to spin.
All right, here we go. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm trying it. I'm
Try to
ready.
get away.
Not enough bad things.
No success.
Okay. So basically what happens is he tries to take off between you and the doorway. He's just not able to exit. He can't do it. You managed to block him, basically.
His
And
heavy blasters
you
are
know, you can see he's all covered in his blood now. The kickers
Somewhere,
pouring everywhere. You can see the whites of his eyes. His spines are sticking up and twitching on his head. He's missing part of his cheek. Some of his teeth are hanging down. First player action.
Quick, punch him.
Yep. Will do.
If I have to shoot, I can't guarantee I'm not gonna hit you.
It's an average test.
Yep.
Okay.
Would you like to upgrade anything?
Bars. Would you like to upgrade?
Oh yeah, I'm upgrading one of those to a challenge die. Yes, thank you. Reminding me.
No problem. I think it's fair.
Do you want to upgrade? Oh, you already did.
Oh, I already did.
Keep it even.
Reach out with your claws, Trey.
That was a good roll. So that cancels that. And then the rest of those are okay. So 3 and 1.
So 3 successes and an advantage?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so how much damage do you do?
That's 8.
8 with the 3? All right, so you do 8 points of damage. Exactly 8 points of damage.
Yay!
You reach up and you get your claws out, you reach up and you grab him and he just falls down like a sack of potatoes.
Good.
Some Jedi killer.
I think that he probably just absorbed all the shots. Once the Jedi got so tired, he
It's
gets
all,
tired.
this took what, 3, almost basically 2 rounds and the beginning of another round. So there's been some fire and stuff going on, and deep from inside the building you hear,
Not again, Dad.
Jovel.
Shovel! That better not been you!
Jovel, can you
Oh, he's
hack?
out. I'm putting my binders on him.
you pop your binders on him, Jovel.
Can you hack?
Look, I'm gonna open the ship because that sounds
Make
like
your roll. It's an average hacking check for
We
you.
need to get Boost out of here and go. Boost!
Boost! Booster!
So that gives me 3.
Okay.
And it's average, you said? Much bigger.
Yes.
Oh wait, he didn't upgrade, did he?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Come on.
And nobody has extra
Big dice
advantage?
noise.
Oh,
Triumph!
Triumph to advantage.
All right. Well, you easily open the door, and you can add a boost die to say the next action, or you can recover a strain, or.
I'll have Boost die to the next action because the next action is starting the ship.
Okay. So you get this thing ready. You pop the binders on. You slap a stim pack on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
pick him up.
Gotta go!
I've got his.
He's dying or dead right now. You gonna
I
stim
also
him or
have
not?
Dying and or dead, huh?
Well, he's getting ready to
Are you
expire.
gonna
All
save
right,
him?
yes,
Or
I will
have
save
you
him.
left? I already have my binders
Well,
on.
Trey's already
so-
put binders on.
Yeah, I
hands
will
and
apply
foot.
medicine to him.
Okay.
He is bound.
All right.
That's the first thing I did after knocking him out.
You treat him, which you are able to do successfully. And you all hop in the ship. All right, who's
Alright, we all hop in the ship. Does somebody need to take the chopper's van back?
That we bought that van.
We
No, we bought that.
Traceable?
It's chopped. It's a chopped van with its
Yeah.
remotes. Yeah. It's
We,
got
all,
some
we just
Ford
upgraded to a fire
registration.
spray. Let's go.
Some
Yes,
cost.
yes,
Fair
yes.
enough. Just truck it on the way out.
Okay, who's flying?
Oh well, our.
Do you have like fly ships? Okay, good. Which is different than driving
You have
cars.
planetary,
Oh, you're right,
technically,
planetary.
but you can fly it for purposes of escape. But you're not gonna be able to like take it to orbit or any of that crap. But you can take off with it.
You're also planetary.
I got
I'm planetary. I'm 1 and 3. So
Let's
Gives you
go.
like
Okay, you
download
hop in,
some
you
pilots
fire up the
on there.
controls, and you take
just a
off
little
into the
bit.
sky.
Not much.
We all
Does the
know
plane
what happened
explode?
last time that I.
Oh, that could be so bad.
I mean,
Congratulations. As you fly off in the sky, the credits begin to roll. Now, some of the audience sticks around to see if there's a special scene at the end. Congratulations, you were quite successful.